Hey, I'm Brian. This is the Daily Brew Garage. Today we're going to be taking a look at a GE top-loading washing machine that has stopped draining and stopped spinning. So stick around and I'll show you how I fixed it. Quick and easy, cheap fix. The model washing machine that I have is a GE Model GTW680BSJ4WS. The problem was the drain pump went bad. When it gets to the spin cycle, the rinse or drain spin cycle, it just sits and doesn't do anything. You can, in my particular case, I could hear a little bit of a hum, but the water just was full of water. So after a little bit of research, there really aren't any good YouTube videos that kind of explain that particular symptom. Everything I found was like, oh, you got a clogged drain line. Well, that wasn't the case. So I got to looking around and found on Amazon, I'll put a link in the description, I found this particular pump. I'll put the part number up on the screen or in the description as well. But this particular drain pump will fit probably 15 or 20 different GE top-loading washing machines. So here's the trick. Not really a trick, but I got to looking at the washing machine and there's no way to take a side panel or a back panel off. But if you disconnect power from it, obviously, and flip it up, you just get to the pump from the bottom. So the bottom is completely open. So real quick though, how do you drain a washing machine that is full of water so you can work on it? Most people may know this, but if you don't, if you're where you can just run the water outside, then that works. In my case, I wasn't, so I had to get a 5-gallon bucket. And if you just take the drain hose and drop it down below the level of water, then it will freely start flowing out. So a few trips with a 5-gallon bucket, and I was able to get the washing machine emptied out most of the way. Have something around handy, because when you start working on it, obviously there's going to be a little residual water in there. So once you get everything out of the washing machine and you get all the water drained out, simply flip it up on its side or its back. Flip it up on its back, it's definitely going to drain a little bit more. I rolled it up on one side. The drain pump itself is attached with 3 10mm bolts. The wiring harness is actually connected down inside. There's this plastic shroud that covers the belt and some other mechanisms. And it also has 3 10mm bolts that have to come out. Take the 3 10mm bolts out of the plastic shroud, set that to the side. Locate the wiring connector, disconnect the wiring connector, locate the 3 10mm bolts that hold the pump in place, and take those out, and it'll come right this. You have this little rubber gasket that holds it on. Just slide it right out. Put the new one in place, and connect the wiring harness. Replace the plastic shroud over the belt, and put those bolts back in place, and stand it back up. You may need to re-level it at that point, but you'll be in business. So if that is your symptom, if your washing machine works just fine, except it will not drain or spin, then the first thing to look at is going to be a drain pump. They're inexpensive. I think I got this for $38 and something from Amazon. So that was my fix for a GE top-loading washer that would not drain or spin. So again, I'm Brian. This is the Daily Brew Garage. I appreciate you watching. If you got something out of this video, if it was fun or interesting or helped you with your washing machine, then be sure and like the video. Let me know in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Check back, and I will see you next time. Thanks.